Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending where you're watching from. My name is Maria, and I lead Brightpool's efforts to become known in the space. And I'm joined by Lucas, our Brightpool's pool master,
Hello, guys.
and Casper, our product ambassador.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. So it's great to have you guys here. And today we're talking all about the staking on Brightpool. And I'm really excited about this AMA. First of all, because this is our first AMA with the core team, the first one that opens up the series. As from now onwards, we're going to meet with you, with the entire community, on a regular weekly or bi weekly basis. And I'm also excited because we get to present to you our project that has such strong fundamentals that make it so unique, and it really makes us stand out in the market, especially in the current market. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Please write your questions in the comments, in the chat, depending where you're watching from, because we are live on YouTube, on Twitter, and on our Discord channel. So before we start answering your questions, let's briefly summarize what Brightpool is for all those that don't know the project yet. Lucas, can you give us your elevator pitch of the project?
Elevator pitch. You mean like 15 minutes? Okay, cool. Yeah, I will give it, but just before I jump into elevator pitch, like guys, I just wanted to personally welcome you, and I want to say that I'm very happy that we have that our first EMA, that we can connect with each other, that you can ask us questions, you can meet us better, and you can see what type of people we are, and how do we manage Brightpool? What is our vision? So I'm extremely happy to have your question, to hear your opinions, and to really to understand what do you think about Brightpool. So that's the first thing. And the second, elevator pitch. Okay, so as Brightpool, we introduced the new type of DeFi trading platform, which is based on the cutting edge crypto model called proof of bid. We pay rewards for orders, we cut fees, trading fees to zero, and we pay ETH and stable coins for staking our token. And thanks to the Nobel winning Black-Scholes model, we solved the problem of inflationary staking, and we in fact create a new type of DeFi trading platform which will start a new trend on the market.
Awesome.
Was it good? Was it good? Would you buy me?
I would buy you, Lucas, definitely. So yeah, if you pay me for placing orders, I'm all in.
Okay, my friend, you are welcome to join us. Like 100,000K, a ticket, the smallest ticket, and you are on board.
Okay, but let's get serious a little bit. Casper, I want to ask you about like a very important thing that the community is always asking us about. So give us an update on our current development status.
Sure, this is the question that always comes up. So let's summarize. Development is looking sound. We have finished the first part of audits. It was led by Certic, that is well known, and very soon you should be able to see it on the Certic leaderboard, where you will be able to see that we passed with the good grade. There is no critical, minor, let's say errors or problems, so everything was solved, and I expect this to be live within a couple of days from now on. Apart from that, there was second company called the ISEC, also security well-known company that did this audit, and we also passed it. So this is worth to mention that we actually had two companies that did audits on the backend, on the architecture, and the smart contracts. Yes, so this is one. When it comes to the pure development, we are also looking good. We had some delays, maybe comparing to some previous, let's say, plans, but we have MVP working. Right now, we focus basically on three main aspects, and this is the backend, the architecture, and the user interface that we believe within the Brightpool that is extremely important for people to feel comfortable, feel familiar when they place the orders, because we are very unique on the market. So this is the key aspect we have to cover. So just in couple words, I can talk over and over about that, but user interface is the last of the three things we focus. The demo version is, let's say, working. It's right now just in-house, but we progress quite well.
Great to hear that. I can see that there are already people joining our live. Hello, everyone. Welcome you to Brightpool AMA, all about staking. And before we give you the voice, Lucas, can you just make a basic summary, just basic principles of our staking so that we have like a proper introduction?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our staking. You said our staking, yes?
Well, we're going to
Okay,
talk about our staking. The
our
staking
staking.
right.
Okay. So, but just before I will jump to our staking, I want to make some differentiation. Like, how do we know staking? I mean, from the DeFi, we know it right now. The normal way of staking tokens today is like this: I stake token X and I get more of the token X. Yeah, that's just the typical way how the staking works. And what I personally believe, and I hear that constantly on the market during events, conferences, talking with other founders, with VCs, that that type of staking is finished. It's done. Like projects which will go this way uh, will have a serious problem in the future. We can see it on the way how the tokens which were strongly involved in that type of staking perform. And on Brightpool, we do it different. So Brightpool staking work like this: you stake BRI tokens, and for staking BRIs, you receive Ethereum and you receive stables or wrapped Bitcoin or other assets which will be traded on our platform. So that's the general rule. Like, it doesn't work like in a way that you stake BRI and you get more BRI. We don't do that. You stake BRI and you receive the tokens which are earned as a revenue of the platform.
Łukasz, just maybe very important to mention here that the staking pool, where does the staking pool comes from? So would you like
Sure,
to
you want to take it
elaborate a little
or
bit about this?
you
Go ahead.
or
You
me?
go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Cool.
think this is
So
important to mention it.
yeah, exactly. Like, like the first question which pop-ups to your head, like someone says, okay, someone says to you that, and you think, okay, I'm staking their token, and how they can get those ETH and those stables, where does it come from? After Luna and Anhor, we know that money doesn't come from nothing. So there has to be a sound model which stays behind it and proves that you really earn. So the stables and Ethereum comes from the revenue of the exchange, like the way the orders are constructed, the way the Brightpool operates allows us to make a revenue on users' orders. And I don't want to get too deep into that since we are talking about staking during that AMA. Maybe we should have like a separate, dedicated AMA to discuss orders in deep. But that's the principle. Like, I believe that in DeFi 2.0, we will have the situation that projects would have to operate more like like a joint stock companies, like companies who issue the shares or stocks. Like, if you have a share of the company, you can get the dividend from the profit, from the revenue which that company makes. And the protocols in DeFi 2.0 have to be constructed in that way, that the protocol actually has the revenue, real revenue. So that comes from the revenue, like simple answer is.
Yeah, so summarize 20% of to make it very simple for our, let's say, community, because I did answer kind of these questions on our Discord, so I know maybe what people would like to know. Answering very in simple words, 20% of our revenue will go to the staking pool, and we will have a 30 days periods where we gather the money that will come, as Łukasz mentioned, from pure platform revenue. So we are not giving you money out of a thin air, but basically we share the revenues that we make. And connecting the dots, I already received the question about what would be the potential APY in our platform. So maybe I can answer that, because this was the question that was on Discord. I don't know, Maria, whether someone asked this already.
I don't see the questions yet. And so using this opportunity, I want to invite everyone who is watching us, no matter whether you are watching us from Twitter or YouTube or Discord, feel free to pop your questions and we'll be answering them on the go. But yeah, we can start it. We can start.
Yeah, so this is one of the questions I received on our Discord, and I was answering as well about that. And so I don't think, Łukasz, we can give exact number what will be the APR, because
Of course we can. Of course we can. It will be 10 millions of persons.
No, but to be real, it depends on many factors. One of the factors is how many people. Our tokenomics is very strict, so we are not letting too many actually tokens enter the market. Actually, 80% of our tokens enter the markets only by placing the orders, as Łukasz mentioned, and he has a great hammer on his chest. So this actual a unique, let's say, proof of bid, as we call it. So, but coming back to the question, we cannot give you exact number, because it depends how many people will join the staking, for how many days you will stake. The minimum is 1 day and maximum is 30 days, as the staking periods are designed for now for 30 days. And of course, this depends on the market, because the higher the volatility at the market, the higher the revenue for the platform. And actually, this 20% that we dedicate for the staking for 30 days can be a different amount of money. But we expect from couple of percent at the end of the, let's say, release of all the tokens, up to decent number of let's say possibly two-digit number for the staking. But as Łukasz said, it's better to have something real in your hand than promise 200, 300% and then it fails. So we are being very real. We give you the profits from our platform.
So can I jump for a second? Just
Sure.
one thing. As I said, it comes from the revenue. So if you want to calculate the staking APY, what do we do to calculate the staking APY? First of all, you need to understand that the staking will be in cycles. There will be like 30-day cycles, 30-day staking cycles, and you have to commit for the 30 days of staking to get your reward. Yeah, and I can see that we have a question here.
Yeah, you can feel free to finish, and then let's move to the first question.
Hey, can I stop staking whenever I want? Yeah, okay, so that question jumped in the perfect timing. No, you can't. But Kacper will explain maybe the details. So I will just finish. So 30-day staking cycles. So first, when the exchange start operating, we will have like the 30 days of launchpad, and during that launchpad time, we will pay the highest reward. And the revenue which will come from that first 30 days will be dedicated as a staking pool. Yeah, and it's very important to notice that there will be there will be precise supply of BRI tokens available at the market in that moment. So we will know exactly how many tokens were released due to the proof of bid model. For every order, there is a token released. So we have that supply of the token. Then we know the revenue of the exchange, which is for the 40 days. So here, basically, we can calculate like let's say the general APR number. Like if everyone would stake in that moment, the for this amount, then the APY would be something. But of course, like first person who join will have the highest APR, and then that APR will be slowly going down while people are joining.
All right. I see we have a next question here. How do you calculate staking rewards?
Oh, so I just took it. Yeah, so that's how we calculate. Like you take the amount of BRI tokens which are staked, and you simply and you take the revenue and you calculate, from those two parameters, and
Yeah, and
that
also
of course
for Łukasz, for how many days. So you have three factors: how many days from 1 to 30, how many BRI tokens did you stake, and there's a pool. So this is a linear function from that, and basically you just multiply it, and the staking pool. Let's say it's 50k or 100k or 20k, whatever. So you can just know what's your share. Very simple
and there was
mechanism.
the question about stopping
Yes,
staking,
about
and do
there
you
was
lose
question
staking rewards?
there was question about unstaking. So I can answer that. So there will be two unstaking mechanisms. First mechanism is let's say is costless, and basically you can unstake at any time, but you don't get what you have earned so far, and there is some unstaking period. Right now we think to make it for 7 days or 5 days, let's say when after the tests, when we will be very close to this releasing the staking, this will be announced. So there is it's costless, but you have to wait for some unstaking time, 5 or 7 days, and you get your BRI tokens back. This is one. And for those that need their tokens instantly, because we don't want to block this, this is your money, so we don't want to hurt you. But if you want to unstake instantly, it will be also possible, but we think there will be some kind of, let's say, fee for that. Possibly 10% of your BRI tokens will be taken from what you have staked. But what is important, those tokens are not being taken for the favor of the protocol, but all those tokens that we take from instant unstaking will be burned. So basically we want to support the tokenomics of our platform, of our token, as burning is one of the, let's say, crucial mechanism when it comes to the supply of the token. Because from one side, new tokens will only enter the market when people place the orders, and from other side we want to implement burning mechanism, and this is one of them. So summarizing, you have two mechanisms. One is instant with some penalty, and second is traditional with unstaking period that doesn't cost you anything.
Okay, I see that we have a next question that we also covered in the beginning, but so maybe let's just briefly answer, and to everyone watching us right now, obviously this AMA will be published afterwards. You can always, even if you haven't started at the very beginning, you can watch it afterwards. But maybe very briefly, let's repeat, what API are we gonna have?
Okay, if we talk about APY, so compounded rate, it's as Casper previously said, it's very difficult to calculate. But I want to approach that question from a bit different side, bit different level. So as we told you, there is the revenue of the exchange connected with the token. So you take the 20% of the revenue of the exchange by staking BRI token, and the whole exchange is built with use of the Black-Scholes model. Black-Scholes model was awarded with the Nobel Prize in 1997, and this is the major model which is used for pricing derivatives up to today. Of course, there are some slight modifications of that model, but the way the guys who were awarded with Nobel Prize constructed it allows us to estimate the price of the token. And I wanna tell you something like it, that if the, let's put it like this, if the estimation done by the Black and Scholes model are correct, yes, if those estimations are correct, if you will buy a BRI token at the first moment of the life of the exchange, and if you would be constantly staking that token until the end of the life of exchange, then your APY would be around, I have to do it for percents. Then the APY would be higher than 10,000%. If you will keep staking until the moment when all the tokens will be released to the market, then that would be that APY. It's not that I'm guaranteeing, I'm just saying that these are the estimation which you can do thanks to use of the Black and Scholes model, which was awarded with the Nobel Prize, and we took that model and implemented it into DeFi trading platform.
And what about the number of people participating in staking? Will that affect the APY?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. That affect APY definitely. Like as I said at the beginning, like if you take the full supply of the token which you have right now on the market, and if you take the revenue, and if you will assume that everyone is staking, then for that revenue, then it is the lowest APY that you can have. But if not everyone is staking, if the amount of people who stake if the amount of staked token is less, then that APY increase. So there is like a range of the way APY. And it depends on the revenue and how many people will stake and for how many days. Because obviously, if you stake full period, 30 days, you will have the higher APR than if you stake for 20 days.
I think we clarify that in quite detail. But yeah, the questions about API are always very important for the community. Let's move to the next question. Will the rewards be automatically transferred into the wallet?
You have to claim that. No, it won't be automatically. You have to claim.
Yes, so worth to mention that we will have a dedicated, let's say, a sub page or a platform for staking. Basically, you participate at this platform, you stake there, and after 30 days period, you have to claim what you have earned. And this will be assets, as Łukasz mentioned, that the platform is trading. So this at the beginning, this will be stablecoin and wrapped Ethereum, and you after the claim, you received them back to your wallet, and you'll be able to participate in the new staking round, or you'll be able to just to sell them on the market or place the new order at the Brightpool.Finance.
Mm-hmm. I see the next question, and the next question is asked by Nikos. A special greetings to Nikos. It's one of our early adopters and early supporters on Discord, as far as I know. So we are really happy to see you here, to see the most engaged followers. Okay, so what's the question? In order to have the right to governance vote with a BRI token, do you have to stake it, or is it enough to just have it in your wallet?
So I can answer this, Łukasz. Actually, we want to keep the governance quite simple. So this will be enough to just have it in your wallet. And actually, this will be the only way, especially at the beginning, how you can participate in the governance in our platform. So yes, this is enough to just to have them in your wallet. Then we measure, let's say, your voting power, and based on that, you'll be able to take some actions and make some proposals and etc.
Okay, moving on. Another question from Chameleon from Discord. What is the minimum amount of BRI you can stake? Is there such an amount?
Yeah, go ahead, Łukasz.
Can I? Okay. So just because this is connected with DAO a bit, like this amount, we are still calculating it. We want to calculate it. How can I say? In a way which favors early adopters. Like for example, because if price of the BRI token will behave according to our estimation of Black-Scholes price, which you can see in the light paper, then like it will be like at the beginning it will be cheap to stake. You will need to have like a small value in USD, but in a longer run that the same amount of BRIs will be worth much more. So we want to take that such a number of BRI tokens which is supporting early adopters and inclusive for the laggards, let's say. And it's still not fully decided what will be the their amount, and who knows, maybe that will be voted by DAO. We will see.
Yeah, this is one of the approaches we have. Yeah, and as Łukasz said, maybe we make it changeable over the time. So at the beginning there will be bigger quantity for the staking, and later as the let's say value of the, according to Black-Scholes Martin model of the BRI token is higher, maybe then we lower the requirement for the minimum quantity of the tokens for the staking. So yeah, we are still thinking about that, and there are a couple questions we have to answer and calculate, but there will be minimum quantity for the staking for sure.
Okay, do we have more questions? There is one more question here asked by we don't know whom. If I buy BRI on an external exchange, can you stake them too? I believe it was from Twitter or Discord. Who's gonna answer that?
I can. I'm faster. I'm just
You won.
joking. But yes, actually, there is no. There is no. We don't punish you whether you bought them on DEX or you got your tokens from the placing the orders. So actually you can stake them. There will be, however, there will be some requirements, let's say, for people to take part in the staking. We are still thinking about that, but let's say, for example, you in some way you have to support the community and the platform. For example, if you place the order on our platform, you'll be able to allowed to stake, and it doesn't matter where your tokens come from. So this is just an example how we could possibly support our protocol and the community and the platform. For example, place the order, or be let's say active member of the community somewhere, or just let's say some very easy to make requirement. We don't want to be too
Kasper, so
strict.
the answer is yes, right?
Yes, I'm too talkative. Sorry.
Next time, I will be sitting here with a timer and I will be just clicking, each time you
Right.
guys answer, and we'll make a contest. It's not that just the community takes part in contests, right? What about you
But
guys?
it's important, to talk about the background and our way of thinking. Basically, we want to support our community and the people who just participate in our protocol. So we want to be fair on all the, let's say, fronts or the sides of our work.
Okay, as we are coming to an end, there is one question more. If anybody wants to ask more questions, please do it now. As we were planning this AMA for about half an hour, we want to keep it concise so that people afterwards can also watch it in a brief form. Time is precious, time is money, as you all know. So if there is anything important you want to know, type your question now. And I believe we have the last or one of the last questions from Marek. Will it be a single or pair staking?
Single. It will be
Done.
single, yeah. No,
But
per staking, it's like liquidity mining. Of course, you can do liquidity mining. Like we will be listed on QuickSwap, so you can add a liquidity to our pool on a QuickSwap. Then you can do like a per staking, but on Brightpool directly, it will be single side staking.
Okay. Any more questions? No more questions popping up. Okay. What I would like to say before we finish, there will be more. Okay, there is one more question. Do we answer that or not? Let's do it. So, another question from Chameleon. Can you place an order on Brightpool from staking rewards?
Yes, now I'm first. Oh, sorry, Lukasz. Yes, the answer is yes. So whatever from the staking, you can just sell it. As I mentioned, you can sell it. You can place the order on our platform, and just you are the owner. We are decentralized, so you can do whatever you want with those funds.
It's your money, my friend. Whatever you want to do with them, you know.
Exactly.
You can send it to me, you can send it to Kacper, you can use it for Brightpool orders, however you want.
The choice is yours, exactly. Okay, dear team, is there anything else you would like to add on? If not, we'll be finishing soon. Anything else about the staking?
Anything else about the staking? I think we covered just one thing maybe which I would like to say, that staking is just a part of a bigger business model, and in next AMAs we will be breaking that elephant called Brightpool for little pieces. So it's like staking is very connected with orders, and it's connected of course with the token and with the general business model. So in next AMAs, we want to show you, like that you would get that full picture of how exactly Brightpool works. And what I would like to, if I can ask you to remember one or two things from that AMA, is first that when you stake BRI, you get stables and ETH and wrapped BTC and other traded token, and that this comes from the revenue of the exchange. Yeah, and that from the revenue of the exchange, which can be estimated thanks to the use of Black-Scholes model. So we can actually calculate how much revenue we will have in the future, and we can in fact calculate what will be the sizes of each staking cycles, and those sizes of staking cycles will be strictly correlated with the volume of the exchange. Yes, that's correlated with volume. Volume is correlated with revenue, and that's correlate. And this is connected with staking as well.
So basically, we can say, guys, just come and trade, and invite anyone whom you know to trade, and then the volume will be big enough to boost the APY. If it was that simple, right? Anyways, that was a great summary, Lucas. Thank you very much, because I believe we need to point out, we need to always be doing that. How strong are the foundations of our project, and how strong are the foundations of staking? It's one of our unique features. It's something that makes us stand out in the market. And we believe that, especially in the current market situation, we need to voice that. We need to push this message forward. So thank you very much to everyone who was watching. There is one question more. Maybe we can answer that, and then we will be finishing. Okay. The question is, can you stake from your wallet, or do you need to send the BRI to a smart contract?
Yeah, maybe I can cover this because I already mentioned this. So as I said, we will have a staking platform, but of course you will have interaction with the smart contracts, which just user interface will be on our platform. So basically, you cannot stake from your wallet. It depends. Like, you have to interact with our smart contracts, so you will be doing this from your wallet, but via our staking platform.
So actually, there is paradoxically, the answer is double yes, because you stake from your wallet, and from your wallet you log into smart contracts, in fact.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you guys so much for all the answers and everything that you shared with us, that you shared with the community. Thank you to everyone watching us, to everyone who joined this AMA. We want to invite you to follow our social media channels, watch us closely, watch us on Twitter, Discord, Telegram to find out about the next AMAs. You can obviously suggest the topics. You can do it anywhere on any on our social media channels. You can do it right underneath this live or anywhere else. We have the chat on Discord that is open to everyone. You can always hop on there and meet our team in there, ask all the questions there, ask or suggest the topics, like I said, for the next AMA. And you can be sure that we're not going to miss your suggestions. So thanks very much. Thank you, Lucas, and thank you, Kasper, and see you soon.
Thank you, Maria.
See you soon.
Thank you, guys.
You.
It was a
Bye-bye.
pleasure.